Bangalore's lakes have been the subject of protests over the last few weeks. While some were directed at the anti-encroachment drive started by the state government, others actually protested clearances given to developers to build near a lake. Now, what kind of damage will encroachment and building near lake beds have on the city itself, and how can it be salvaged? Lakshmi Sivdas files this report.
Sankey Tank is one of Bangalore's best-maintained lakes. However, soon, this 100-year-old lake's vicinity will also play host to a luxury apartment complex after the developers received a go-ahead to the project from the High Court. The residents in the area are not happy about it.
One has to start right at the beginning to see that no encroachment happens, particularly close to the lake beds. And this is going to hurt the ecology of the lake, as well as the underground water system and flora and fauna. And coming and building an apartment block very close to the lake, everybody, you don't have to be an engineer, everybody knows that the water system ecology is spoiled.
It's not just the Sankey Tank. Bangalore's lakes have been facing the brunt of the unplanned urbanization in the city. Back in 1973, there were over 200 lakes in the city. According to studies, this number had declined to just over 90 in 2010. While 54% of lakes were encroached upon, 72% of these lakes lost their catchment areas and are moving towards a slow death. While demolition drives were the immediate impact felt by homebuyers, experts say that the damage goes much beyond it, and it impacts the groundwater table in the city.
Wherever lakes were there, earlier groundwater table was 100 feet. Today, where people have removed the lake, the depth has gone down to 600 feet. And in some location with the intense urbanization, the places like KR Puram, etc., it has gone down to 1200 to 1500 feet. When we get the water at that depth, that essentially also has the contaminants, the heavy metals, etc. are there. That means people are tapping the water which is already contaminated. You need to maintain at least 30 to 40% green cover in the catchment that will allow the water to percolate, which keeps the water in the underlying layer, and that's how the lake will have the water all 12 months. The moment people convert that into the paved surface, as it happened in Bangalore, the lakes have become seasonal.
In the last 40 years, there's been a 62% increase in the built-up or concrete surface area in the city that has led to a loss of 78% of Greater Bangalore's vegetation and 79% of its water bodies. Major lakes that have been encroached or are the site of dispute over encroachment include the Bellandur Lake, the Saraki Lake, the Chunchangatta Lake and the Agara Lake, which has shrunk from 170 to 97 acres between 2002 and 2014. Experts say that the situation could be salvaged by empowering the existing Lake Development Authority.
Right now there are so many agencies involved in lake, no one agency is taking responsibility. It's time that we empower Lake Development Authority, give all the lakes to them, in charge of the lakes to them. Development can be done by different agencies, but the ownership should lie with the Lake Development Authority.
Apart from the lake beds itself, experts say that the encroachment of stormwater drains further adds to the loss of connectivity to the lakes, while at the same time increasing the chances of flooding in the city. From Bengaluru, Lakshmi Sivdas for NDTV.
All right, so we'll stick with Bangalore, and we've got our next call, Anil Sangwan, a caller on the phone line for buying a property in Bangalore. Anil, hi, go ahead.
Hi, Manisha. I work in Dubai. I'm basically based out of Dubai.
Okay.
And I was looking for a few plots in Bangalore, and my budget will be around, say, 15 to 20 lakhs. So if you could advise on that.
Sure. Anil, how come a plot? Why is there a certain preference why you'd like to buy a plot?
Just so that basically I keep shuffling between Dubai and Bangalore for work. So I was looking to set up a home base in Bangalore as well.
Okay. And you'd like to build by yourself, by yourself rather than have a builder apartment, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. So the budget is not much, 15 to 20 lakhs, but then I think Anil clearly wants to build his own property in his own plot.
Well,
what do you think?
First of all, Jigani is the only place where you can get a plot of at this price point. Jigani is quite a, it's about...
It's fairly far away.
Yeah, it's on the outskirts, about 9 to 10 kilometers from Electronic City. and that's the closest point that you can get to in terms of an IT corridor. Phase 2 of Namma Metro.
There's nothing in Devnahalli, because that's you know, near the airport. It's an exciting, especially if he's shuttling between these two cities, Dubai and Bangalore.
Those places are even more expensive, right? So Jigani is the only option that one can find where you know, the weighted average price is 1500 rupees a square foot. 7% is the analyzed appreciation over there, and the 3 projects that you can consider are Mahavir Platinum, 1650 rupees a square foot, available with the developer. It's spread across 122 acres with 1700 plots, so very large integrated township. Close proximity to the knowledge industry corridor comprising of electronic city, software parks, biotech companies. The project has amenities like clubhouse, asphalted road, sewage treatment plant, round-the-clock security. Then you have Pride Green Meadows by Pride Housing. This is at 1150 to 1500. This is a 20-acre extension of Pride Vatika. The project is on Banaghatta Road. Approach road is good. Narendra Krishna Enclave, Prasthani Group at 1440. Total land area of the project is 16 acres. The project is located at Jigani Anekal Road and is well connected to the Hosur Road. The project is approved by LIC and amenities include children play area and parks.
All right, so Mahavir Palladium, not Platinum. I think that was a mispronunciation. Never mind, I'm there. I can sound a little bit intelligent by making sure that the names are all right. So Mahavir Palladium by Mahavir Reddy Structures, and of course Pride Green Meadows and Narendra Krishna Enclave. Though, Anil, if you were to ask me what I've seen of Bangalore, if you're going to be shuttling between 2 cities, you should up your budget, send us a query again, and we should be able to help you find something in Devnahalli. That's so close to the airport, especially for someone who's traveling in and out of the city. You'd rather be there than 9 or 10 kilometers away from, let's say, Electronic City. Okay, this is Harish, who's on the phone line with us. Harish, hi, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, hi Manisha.
Hi.
I'm looking for a pre-launch 2 BHK apartment in and around Mumbai with a budget of say 50 to 60 lakh, inclusive everything.
Okay.
So can you please advise what all projects can I invest in?
All right, specifically a pre-launch project. So clearly he wants to get into the game early, has the risk appetite, and it's nice to get these kind of questions, because otherwise for safety and security's sake we are compelled to only advise on projects where the structures are ready.
Yeah, but you know, we're going to still restrict ourselves to recommending projects that are going to be ready by 2016 and 2017, because we don't believe in giving options on pre-launches. I think first of all, it's very important for you to know that hopefully once the real estate regulator bill will get passed, pre-launches will be considered illegal, and there are a lot of challenges associated with pre-launches, especially that you don't even get to know whether that project will ever get launched or not. So it's a very high risk, and at this point in time not such a high return kind of an investment. However, we would like to recommend Kalyan West over Panvel. These were the 2 micro markets that you had shortlisted, primarily because Kalyan West is going to see a lot of commercial activity being proposed. They're planning to propose a BKC-like growth center in Kalyan West with upcoming metro connectivity. So that's the big USP, and Kalyan West could get re-rated because of that. Inventory overhang of this micro market today is 28 months, and the weighted average price being 5150. The price appreciation is about 10% on an annualized basis. Rutu Riverside Estate trading between 4900 to 5100 is the first option. It's a 40-acre township consisting of 15 towers. It's located off the Adharvadi Kalyan West, 800 meters from KM Agarwal College. Located 2 kilometers from Don Bosco School and 3 kilometers from the Fortis Hospital. So social infrastructure is very close by. Sai Urban Village by Sai Kripa Builders, 4950. 3 towers are under final stages of construction, expected to be completed by mid-2015. Amphitheatre amenities include clubhouse, landscape garden, gym, amphitheatre, etc. And lastly, we have Ajmera Yogi Dham, a reputed developer out of Mumbai at 5400. New Era is a part of a 22-acre township of Yogi Dham. This is the 4th phase of the township. There'll be a 65,000 square feet garden along with modern amenities in this project. Township is located in Khadakpada, one of the well-habitable locations of Kalyan West, and there will be shops on the ground floor of every tower.
All right, so those are some of your options in Kalyan West coming up on your screen. There's the Rutu Riverside, there's Sai Urban Village, and there's also Ajmera Yogi Dham. Okay, let's move on to the next question, and this one comes from Ashika Lal, and she says that I would like to invest 50 lakh rupees. The two preferred markets are either Pune or Dwarka Expressway. Now, I do know that in Dwarka Expressway, despite such a meltdown in prices, Sameer, 50 lakhs is going to be a challenge, isn't it?
Absolutely.
New
Not
Gurgaon?
recommended.
New Gurgaon?
Not even New Gurgaon.
Not even New Gurgaon.
It's not even recommended to buy, and 1 BHKs are almost impossible to find
yes.
in those micro markets. So Pune is a good enough destination. It was ranked number 2 in the best cities of Mumbai in terms of real estate parameters. Although sales are pretty slow in Pune over the last 4.5 months. The inventory overhang of Hadapsar is the first micro market which we are recommending is 27 months, and Keshav Nagar is about 16 months. But these are safe micro markets to be with excellent social infrastructure, livability, rental options. Everything is available over there. Hadapsar is 6,000 rupees a square feet on the weighted average price scale, and Keshav Nagar is 4,900. And these micro markets are designed to offer 1 BHK options. Hadapsar is at about 11% on the annualized price appreciation chart, and Keshav Nagar follows at about 10% odd. Leisure Town by Well-Wisher Group at 5,300 is the first recommendation available with the developer. Hadapsar is the IT hub with various IT companies like IBM, and very good infrastructure like Magarpata City, international schools, hospitals are close by. It's a joint venture between the Well-Wisher Group and the Sai Proviso Builders. It is going to be delivered in phases. Phase 1 just got launched. Altorius by Akshar Developers at 5,600 to 5,700. Comprising of 4 towers. Apartment will have modular kitchen, video door phone, intercom facility. Connectivity and infrastructure near the project is excellent. Located 1 kilometer from the Mandua Kharadi road. And lastly, we have Godrej Infinity in Keshav Nagar at 5,250. Spread across 43 acres, located on the banks of Mula Mutha River in Keshav Nagar. Most of the apartments will have views on 3 sides. There will be a central green area of 2 acres, riverside, bandstand, jogging and cycle tracks, clubhouse, swimming pool, gym. Convenient shopping stores will be there to serve the residents.
All right, so let's bring up Pune's summary. 50 lakhs, we believe that Pune is a great market for you to be in, and some of the recommendations are Leisure Town, and then there's also Altorius and Godrej Infinity. Okay, on the other side, what are the markets that we will get you in just a moment? Ghaziabad and Bhopal, 2 markets. And Bhopal, in fact, we're covering after a really long time. So watch out for this market. What are some of your best return or investment options? We'll be back in a moment.